Hi, Schlockmeister fans. Haven't seen this one in, God, a long time. Donald Pleasance, Mia Sara. Apprentice to Murder. Let's check it out. This is Billy. He was out hunting. Got himself a rabbit. Who the hell is this guy? But he ain't getting his rabbit today, that's for sure.
He just appeared. Like he's in the ground. And he just rose up right behind me. I swear to God. He wanted to kill me, Ma.
This is Billy's dad. He's an alcoholic.
No! Leave him be!
Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller plays Alice.
Yeah. They just sent you down so the boys can get a look at you. It gets a lot easier.
They better get a good look. I'm not going to be around long.
There was a mad dog, Rabid. Does John Reese have some mysterious power? It's called powwow magic, or powwow healing. Billy's impressed with him. He thinks maybe he can heal my father's alcoholism. I think Billy did something to his father's hooch bottle to make him retch. John takes Billy under his wing.
Take from Elizabeth these 77-fold fevers of our dear Lord Jesus Christ. Billy?
There's that scary dude again. Alice is sweet on him.
Billy, will you take me out one night?
Out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, they are really fond of each other now. This leads to Alice, or Mia Sara's first nude scene as an actress. That creepy guy keeps watching, though. John even lets Billy preach.
In reply, Peter and the apostles said, obedience to God comes before obedience to men.
I have a warrant here for your arrest. You're charged with practicing medicine without due and proper qualification. Specifically on the child Heidi Krieger.
I was just trying to help.
Phony bastard, my little girl died! She's dead, Reese! My little girl!
The sons of the Lord.
He gets out.
Many false accusations for the way of God is hard, and Satan lies at every turn of the road. Oh, challenge Billy.
He's looking to get out,
Just maybe for a few weeks.
go to Philadelphia, find a job.
Go on, you're gone. Gotta give it a real chance. I got a few dollars saved. Help you get started.
Even John's okay with him leaving.
Philadelphia isn't China, you know. We'll keep in touch. I understand this book, too, Billy. Remember,
And my pigs. Now my cat.
Something's killing his stock.
You were ruined, Billy. 200 years Myers been here, never anything like this.
So they get John to come over to try to preach and pray here. The weird shit starts happening. And then John is visited by ghosts. Anyway, then John goes with Alice and Billy on a train. I think John Reese is nuts. Billy tracks down another healer to try to help John. Another one into this powwow healing
I don't
stuff.
practice no more. I got wound up real bad.
So he finds this old woman, some sort of voodoo priestess type thing to help.
I ask of the spirit. I ask of the spirit of
Guess that worked.
I've got him now.
He's a big man,
John believes he knows who put the hex on him.
Surprise. All we need is a lock of his hair.
So they're going to get a lock of his hair and this powwow magic book he has. He's not exactly willing.
A lock of your hair and the burning of your book of rituals. Billy!
And now he's spitting fire out of his mouth.
Help me, Billy! Help me!
And they stab him. So they grab a hair off the dead man's body and go through their ritual.
Cast the out in the name of Satan. Come on, Billy.
They burned the house, but apparently it didn't burn. The cops.
Your name, Billy Kelly?
The house is still intact, and so is the guy's body still. So they get arrested. Billy gets 5 years, John gets 20.
No. No.
This was based on a true story. Nelson Rehmeyer, 1928. Alright, let's discuss something called Apprentice to Murder, starring Donald Sutherland. Came out in 1987 or 88, I think it was. And he is this like fire and brimstone kind of preacher, and he's thinking there's Satan all over the place. So he gets this guy named Billy, played by Chad Lowe, under his wing, and they go around, and he tries to heal people, but he doesn't have any sort of doctor of medicine. He has no... He doesn't have the knowledge, I should say, or the wherewithal how to heal. He's not a doctor. So he's going around doing this. He's doing basically faith healing, and he gets himself into trouble because someone he allegedly healed, this little girl, ends up dying, and he gets arrested. He gets out, and he thinks there's like demonic stuff going on all around him. So they decide that there's this one guy in the area who allegedly put a hex on somebody, and they got to get this hex off. So they got to do this by getting a lock of his hair, and they got to get this book that he had. It's called something like powwow medicine or powwow preaching or something. I don't know. It's called powwow something or other. And apparently it's the same type of stuff that Donald Sutherland preaches as well. So they go into this house where this guy is, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" He's like, "I need a lock of your hair." And a struggle ensues. They end up stabbing him, and he dies. But they get that lock, and they get that book. And they start the house on fire. But ultimately, they find out the next day the house didn't burn down completely. In fact, it was still there. The body was intact. And Chad Lowe got arrested, as did Donald Sutherland. And we see a prologue that they went to prison. Sutherland went to jail for 20 years, and then he got out. And Chad Lowe, Billy, got out in 5 years, and he married and moved in with his girlfriend Alice, who was played by Mia Sara. They married, and that's the end of the movie. Now, again, I found this movie kind of dull and slow. It's a little bit boring. I just couldn't follow along, because there was some times where it seems like, well, maybe there is real demons going on, especially when they got that guy at the end. He was like blowing fire out of his mouth, which, I don't know, it was not really explained. But this movie, actually, more interestingly, is based on a true story, loosely based on, I think the guy's name was Nelson Rehmeyer, something like that. And I think it was in York County, Pennsylvania, around 1928, I think, where the same type of thing happened. These three guys broke into this house where this guy allegedly put a hex on one of them. I don't think he actually had, but that's what they thought. And they didn't mean to kill him, but they did kill him, and they went to prison for a long, long time. So they all got out, I think. So, and one of them became a successful artist, which is what they say happened to Billy in this movie. So anyway, that's what it is. Apprentice to Murder. It's available on DVD, a really cheap DVD. You can get this for like $5 or so. However, it is available on a Blu-ray also, which I actually have, put out by Arrow. That's about $20 or so, 15 to $20. I'll leave a link down below on Amazon if you're looking for that. It's an okay film, but I just found it kind of slow and just hard to follow at times. It does feature Mia Sara in a brief nude scene. You remember her as Sloane in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This was her very first nude scene. She was maybe about, 19 or 20 at the time. So that's about the only highlight of this film, if you ask me. Not much else going for it. Kind of slow. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's called Apprentice to Murder. Watch it. Bye.